Hello! Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to the first ever Order of the Spoons podcast.
Let's go, baby!
What is up? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Before we do anything, I had no idea that music was on there. I couldn't hear a wink of it.
Oh, it was a slapper, man. I was just jamming.
Bangers after bangers, dude. I was like,
I couldn't. These are the glasses I was talking to you about, by the way. The sunglasses.
Oh, so do we have to wear glasses now too?
We don't have to. It's just like these are just. I had them sitting here, but no, I couldn't hear it. I had to turn when I turned it on my phone to pull the link. I was like, "This is nice. I like this." So I had no idea.
So we're all here.
But
I always wear sunglasses, but when I do, it's on the Order of Spoons
podcast. Podcasting.
Only on
Now this
Twitch.tv.
is podcast.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m. EST, baby. Only real time zone there is. EST. East
Oh.
I
Beach.
don't know what CST is. CST
Yeah,
is
I've never
a brain
heard of
injury,
that.
right?
CST. brain injury.
Oh, Mrs. Revan texted me. Do you guys get my alerts for when I go live?
I
Nope,
don't know.
get it
I
yet.
was already in here. So.
My wife texted me and she's like, "Seriously, come?" Because like when people have that message on there, all of mine says is "come." C O M E.
Did you say Liam?
What do you say?
Talking shit over here.
Sounds
Hey,
like
shit
hey.
over here.
Oh, he is. He is. All right. Well, let's just introduce this the podcast officially.
That's better, Liam.
Guys, welcome to the first ever Order of the Spoons, a Spoontable podcast discussion. As that is a full mouth of words, but it works. I'm excited to be here. We've been talking about this for what, 2 weeks now.
It's been a discussion since last year.
That's true.
It has?
Like last spring, like we were kind of batting that around, and no one really pulled the trigger.
That's true. We've been talking about it for a
We're
while.
pulling the trigger now, baby.
Yeah, this has been so. Podcasts like this is something that I did it with, and I know Dink, you've done it, a little bit of it. You've dabbled in it, and I've also dabbled in it, and I did it a while. I can't even remember the last time I did a podcast, but we were just me and two of my buddies, and we just talked. We mainly talked Star Wars and Marvel, but got our schedules, we just couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Know about that schedules.
Oh yeah, but thankfully it was like, rather than just doing it on a whim, I just reached out and was like, "Does this work for you guys?"
Yes, sir.
And I think we nailed down on Wednesday nights mainly work for us, so work for all three of us, and it's good because it's like if all three of us can't, if one of us can't do it, then there's still two of us to kind of hold down the fort. So,
exactly, and we have plenty of other people that are interested
Oh, yeah.
in doing this and being on, and
mhm.
having a good time and
Special
talking about
guests.
different stuff. Yes,
Special
sir.
guests. We have already been talking to a couple, so I'm excited. And yes, guys, we do have we are doing this on stream. Obviously, as you can see, you're here. But one of the things that we talked about was just doing it on stream. Just seemed like a good idea because then we can have you guys in chat and we can interact with you guys every now and then while also still talking and bullshitting about what we want to talk and bullshit about. So, and then that way we have the input from you guys and you guys can still be involved without having to wait a day or two for the video to go up on YouTube, which I thought would be a good idea to just do raw and uncut. Put it on.
Apparently, according to Liam, we have to pop Dink's cherry, so make him a man.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Seeker, hello.
that?
Hi, Seeker.
What is that? what did you just? Are you sniffing something over there? What is that?
My mic.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Looked like you were just taking a whiff of something over there. I don't know what the hell that was.
Oh, man.
I'm taking a whiff of life, Dink. It's just life. It's
Chat, when was the last time any of you touched grass?
When I fell in the grass?
Get a whiff of life.
A whiff of life.
You gotta get some 5 to 10 minutes of fresh air every day.
Yes.
Every day. It's very important.
Yes.
1 week, Liam. 1 week ago.
You need to see the sunlight, man.
Bro, just he's gonna open the
Vitamin D is very good for you.
Yeah, Liam's a vampire. You remember? Have you ever seen Benchwarmers?
Not for a
Is that
long
a movie?
time.
Yes. Oh my dude, you haven't.
I haven't seen that.
It's
Yeah, you need to see
it's John. What's his name? John Heater. Rob. Rob Schneider, David Spade. Oh, you need to watch it, man. The Nick. Why can't I think of his name now? The comedian Nick. I lost it. I blanked.
Nick.
He's
comedians that have Nick as the first name.
Comedian Nick Swardson. Nick Swardson.
Never heard of him.
He plays David Spade's brother, and he's like he doesn't go outside. He has a fear of sunlight, and he, outside bad, inside good, sun scary.
It's too dangerous to venture
Rob
outside.
Schneider, David Spade, John Heater, John Lovitz, Craig
Yes.
Kilborn, Molly
Yes.
Sims. Hello there. Tim Meadows, Nick Swartzen.
Hello there.
Hello
Aaron
there.
Bartlett. I can't pronounce that.
Hi, Jam.
Ooh, Bill Romanowski's in it.
You're in
If
the
you know
room,
anything about football,
Gemini.
you know who Bill Romanowski is.
Oh yes. Dink.
No, I watch basketball.
He's an asshole linebacker from the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah, Romanowski.
He did more.
I was
drugs than
fetus then.
any player ever just to stay on the field.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So, I think we should just get into some of these topics. I mean, I'm having fun sitting here and BSing, or we can just keep BSing about stuff that comes up.
Funny note, I'm looking at the cast here. It says James Earl Jones, Darth Vader voice.
Oh.
He actually did a Darth Vader voice.
Oh yeah,
for Benchwarmers.
he did. It's just a statue of Darth Vader in John Lovitz's character's house.
He's got a credit.
All right. He probably actually filmed a line. He probably did.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Oh man. But no, I'm so happy to finally be here doing this, just because the things we talk about when you stream, what we talk about in chat, when I stream, Coach, when you stream, God, when Tiny streams, when everyone streams, the things we talk about. Someone clip that so I can screenshot it and send it to him. No, I just think I love our group, and I just think it's criminally wrong that none of us have actually like hung out before, like in real life. This is the closest we get to hanging out and shooting the shit.
The sad thing is, I'm only like an hour and a half from Dink. I'm an hour and a half from Chronic. I'm Liam's actually like probably an hour from me. Trying to think who else is up around here. Well, Glacius, he's in Massive Two Shits, and that's a
Massive Two Shits.
That's a hop, skip, and a jump up there.
Mass of Two Shits. And I am
the state of Blumpkin.
God, I don't
call George Deezer. We're in a state of Blumpkin.
I have no idea how far I am from you guys. I guess I don't know the mileage.
No, you're in the middle of
way too
somewhere.
Frick far away.
Nebraska.
Yes. Nebraska.
People should not live.
All right, listen here. The weather's
Nothing
nice
but
for
cornfields, according to Tiny.
Cornfields at 20 below. It's bullshit.
The weather is nice for 2.5 days out of the week.
And those 2.5 days happen in July.
Yeah.
July.
We've had a span of 3 days of 55 here, and we're all supposed to get snow on Friday.
Yeah, Liam.
Well, it's
Revan's
supposed to be
on the
like
final
0 this
frontier right now.
Yeah, we're supposed to get snow on Friday, and it was 50 degrees today. It's 50 degrees yesterday. And tomorrow, it's supposed to be 50 degrees, and then snow on Friday. Like, what?
All right, no matter what time of year, are you a short person, or do you change for the weather?
Me?
Yes. Do you wear shorts all year round?
Oh,
like
I thought you
real men
ask if he
do?
was short in height.
I was sitting here. I'm
Yes.
like, Dink?
You wear
What?
nice with pants.
Okay,
I
so
wear pants, man.
if it's, I would probably say today and yesterday, like probably 45, 50 degrees is probably the coldest I could go and still wear shorts with the sun out.
Well, what if there's wind?
If it's wind and it's like a negative 20 degree wind chill, so it makes 50 degrees, 30 degrees, I'm wearing pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not one of those real men only wear shorts.
Me wear shorts in cold.
Hey.
No,
I have pneumonia now.
I don't do that. I used when I was in high school and stuff like that growing up. It was
I'm not cold.
I wore shorts every day to school. It could have been negative 30 degrees outside with 10 feet of snow, and I'd have wore shorts to school.
I only wear pants when I have to.
You got to show off them sexy, thick coach legs.
Coach has got the body heat.
He does.
Got the body heat.
Well, when Zori has to go to sleep and she's fussing and being a pain in the ass, we call it daddy furnace, where I'll just put her on my chest, put the blanket
Daddy
over
furnace.
her. She's out.
Wow,
Okay.
I'm jealous of Zori.
Who wants a daddy furnace?
So if we're all stuck on
that's the
Hoth,
next T-shirt I'm gonna put on the web on my merch store. It's gonna be Daddy Furnace.
Daddy Furnace.
Coach Daddy Furnace.
that'll be the new name change. Daddy Furnace.
Daddy Furnace.
So if we're all stuck on Hoth, now we know who we're gonna cut open and snuggle up inside. The first
And I
one
thought they smelled bad
on
the outside. Oh man, no, yeah. It's got to be somewhat warm for me to wear shorts, because it's like. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, for me, when I'm at school in my dorm, they pump the heat where it's like 80 degrees, so I've become accustomed to that, where it's like a tropical rainforest. So when I'm back in like a normal room temperature, I'm all bundled up. Like right now, I'm wearing like 2 layers right now. So it's like my whole body is like, it's like I'm a lizard. I'm like cold-blooded or something now.
Because you need some meat on those bones, baby.
You saw me. I was eating right before this. I just had lunch. I'm about to have dinner. I'm eating snacks. Look at this. Look at this. I got the family pack. This is for me, Coach. This is just for me.
That's just for Dink.
This is my private stash of carbohydrates.
Meat and potatoes. Meat and potatoes. You wanna get some meat in those bones? Meat and potatoes. Do your squats. Do your push-ups. Do your running.
Yes.
You'll get big and meaty like Coach.
Yes.
Big and chunky.
I went to the gym today. That was my whole plan. Every day I go to the gym, I'm like, I gotta get meaty like Coach.
This is genetics, baby.
Oh. Not a
There's the dad bod, and then there's the coach.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I can say that it's genetics / when you play semi-pro ball for 10 years, 7 years, and you're lifting every off season to try not get your ass kicked. You tend to eat a certain way, and then when you stop playing, you still eat a certain way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, at my fittest, I was a $125.
Yeah, God.
$125.
I think the
I'm
best.
sorry, I'm 225.
I was about to say 125. I weigh more than you then.
Yeah, the best
I weighed
shape
125 in 7th grade.
I weigh 145.
Yeah, the best shape.
My daughter almost weighs more than you, bro.
Wow.
Not Zori.
Well, then she
The other
weighs
one.
more. Hey, Conor McGregor weighs like 140 also. So.
Yeah, but he's meaty.
He is.
Is it? Oh yeah, I guess he's shorter. That's that too. It's like what? He's like 5'8", 5'9".
What's
5'7",
I
some
don't
shit.
understand
Like
this
Revan's height.
conversation
It's like
of 5'8" is
5'2".
short.
It is short.
It's not.
Average height
Me?
is 5'10". It's 5'8". That's 2 inches under, so that's short.
Lady coach is 5'7", and I tower over her.
I'm looking this up. Average height is not average male height.
Yeah, when we all meet,
It's
Revan,
5'10". Average male height is 5'10" or 5'8".
Coach and I are gonna
something
be
like
looking at Revan like this when we meet in person.
All right, come on.
that. It's gonna
It
be
is
like,
5'9".
hey, what's up, Revan?
Average male
Hey.
height. Average
Wait,
male.
wait.
What's up?
Average American male height is 5'9". Eat my ass.
That's about right. You're short.
I'm
Yeah, you're
5'8".
short.
It's an inch, man.
Well, how tall is Tiny?
I
Tiny
think
is,
he's 6 foot.
He's 7'2".
So Tiny and I are about the same size. So Tiny looks down on you, so I'll look down on you.
I'm like an
He
I'm like
doesn't look down on
an
me.
inch or two. I'm like 5'10"
Jamming
and a
it!
half, 5'11".
What's up, girl?
It's not short.
Everybody, do your Revan impersonation.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were doing a shot knot, but then...
Oh shit, I'm crying.
Oh, come
like-
on.
I need to get like a piece of like a plastic like window thing. Just go.
So, have I
Coach is frozen. Oh, never mind.
have I told you guys? I'm sure you guys have. You guys have heard the story of why my nose is always.
I think I remember
Tiny
you
and him
telling
were
me.
wrestling, and it didn't end well.
So that's not it. That's not what happened. Is that what Tiny said?
Weren't you in like a mash pit and you got popped in the face?
A
and you were
mash
like,
pit?
Screw
I
it.
was-
And I'm like,
I was. It was
I
at
don't
a.
care.
It was at a
It
high
builds
school.
character.
It was a high school dance, and it was a mosh pit in the middle, and there was when fist bumping got like super popular. Fist pumping got like super popular because of Jersey Shore and stuff. When Jersey Shore hit its height on TV,
Got him old.
they were they were throwing.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
They were throwing. God, Gen Z. They were throwing fists in the air, and me and one of my buddies walked in behind, and this guy threw his hand up and clocked me right in the face, and broke my nose. I didn't know it was
that
broken.
Was me.
I just thought it was bleeding. I went and cleaned it up, and yep,
You didn't notice it like when you cleaned it up?
I didn't know. I didn't even think about it. Nope.
How drunk were you?
So I was in high school, so not at all.
That doesn't mean crap.
No, it was Gen Z has everything to do with it, Liam, and you know it.
Liam doesn't even know what Z means.
Liam, you're like generation now. I know my ABCs. That's where you are.
You
bro.
are. You're baby Gen.
You're
Technically, I don't
whatever
think Liam's
after
allowed-
Gen Z is.
I think honestly,
I don't think Liam's allowed in the chat because
I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you
this
right
is a
now.
mature stream, Liam.
I think the people in Liam's age group are calling themselves Gen Alpha, and it pisses me off.
like alpha of.
Nothing.
Alpha
Nothing.
of
It's nothing.
Alpha of being offended over everything.
I'll have to ask,
Very
I'll have to
true.
ask Dylan because see what the kids are saying here, but I don't think that's a thing here.
No, I've seen some
I have
people
a
on
couple of
social
things
media
I
in
could say,
Nebraska
but I'm
are
not
calling
going
it Gen
to.
Alpha. It could just be because Nebraska is sometimes socially backwards.
All I get
Oh.
is just the "Let's Go Brandon" crowd
Yeah.
in my face, and I just want.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know what that was for 5 months.
Really?
No idea.
I knew what that was quickly.
I don't pay attention to it. That's one of the reasons why whenever I stream, I'm always like, pull politics out of it.
Yeah.
I keep politics off my
Me too.
stream. I follow politics. I don't care
totally,
about it.
Coach. What's up? What do you have for like behind you after your starting soon screen?
Yeah, you've got the Clintons
What
and
are
Bernie.
you talking about? We got these two douche nuggets behind me. We're gonna send them out the
three
airlock.
douche nuggets and an old man, or two douche nuggets and an old man in
man.
his mittens.
And Bernie Mittens.
I try to stay out of politics. Starting soon screen. Just got like the whole U.S. Congress behind me.
I'm thinking we gotta get Nancy Pelosi and what's the other douche nugget on the Republican side in there too.
Oh man, dude. It's
I ran out of water.
yeah, man. Jeez Louise. So I'm trying. What else was? Hold on. I was something else. Oh, I was gonna tell you guys
You
about
got a story.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you guys about the Ryan Reynolds thing I saw. So so Andrew Garfield was on. Speaking of Andrew Garfield, I want to talk about No Way Home with you guys because I haven't really had a chance to like actually talk to you guys about it yet. He was doing an interview on Graham Norton. Have you guys ever seen Graham Norton?
Yeah, I love Graham Norton.
I love Graham Norton. Have you seen Graham Norton, Coach? It's a BBC talk show.
Not even at all. Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Graham, it's like the British like Jimmy Kimmel or whatever.
Yeah, basically. And he Crafterman, it's telling me you're a first-time chatter, but I know you've been in here before. I don't know why my stream's doing that. It keeps doing that.
My chat did that last night.
It did that to Rolly AU the other day in my stream, and I'm like, I've seen you before.
Way to go, Twitch!
Yes.
Hey, can you get me those animated emotes anytime this frickin' century, you assholes?
Dinky was so mad when he found out I had animated emotes, dude.
I was mildly irritated that Dink had them and I didn't. And then when you said, after you've taken like a half a year off, I'm like, bro, seriously.
Dude,
it was a month and a half.
I'm always going in Nooch's streams spamming them, and he gets rattled. He's like, whose emotes are those? It's like, Dink, are those your emotes? And I'm like, maybe. And it's like, they are your fucking emotes because they have your face all over them. And then he gets
my face all over them.
Oh man, I love it though. The animated emotes are awesome. I can't wait for Coach to get his because Coach, your animated emotes are gonna be freaking hysterical. Well, Crafterman, it's good to have you here then.
I'm gonna figure out how to do the video and get me doing this.
But okay, so the story, Andrew Garfield. So he's on Graham Norton. They're talking about they were just doing because of Spider-Man. But he was talking about there was an infamous photo of I think Matt Damon won the Emmy or something, or someone won an Emmy, and Andrew Garfield was sitting at the same table as Ryan Reynolds, and Andrew Garfield's like I looked over at Ryan and I said, hey, when you win, lean over and kiss me instead of your wife. And
Whoa.
He's like, and Ryan was like, oh, I'm all for that. I'm all into that. And unfortunately, Ryan didn't win, so that was a bummer. But he's like, Ryan looked over at me, and we both looked at each other, and we're like, we could still do it. And then they kissed, and the picture of Matt Damon walking up to the stage, in the background, you can see Andrew Garfield and Ryan Reynolds kissing at their table.
That's great.
I love those two. Ryan Reynolds is my favorite of all time. You were talking about on your stream the other night, Coach, if I had one get out of jail free card from my wife. I told you, it's Ryan Reynolds. If Ryan Reynolds came to my doorstep and asked me to leave with him, I'd leave my wife.
Well, the whole point about the get out of jail free card is that if any one of those people come along and you have the opportunity to nail it, you nail it, and you're not going to get in trouble, right?
Yeah.
So,
she wouldn't get mad at me.
It's open for everybody. Like, you want to put Dink in there, like,
hey,
we can hook
whoa. You gotta get a nose job first.
Hey, whoa!
Bro.
Wow. Okay. Guys, we have an open spot on the podcast Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
I mean, how's it gonna fit in my... Wait, what? I didn't say anything. All right, moving on.
Wow.
There's ways. There's ways.
What's that laugh?
Well, it depends on your girth. Maybe you can knock it back and straight.
Well, as Ian said the other night, I guess I'm a fucking dinner plate. What a description. Right?
Can we do a stream where we make a like a 3D rendering, like whatever Coach uses to do like his construction stuff? Can we do like a 3D rendering of like the girth, like the vertical on the y-axis and all that? Can we do that?
I'm in.
When it comes to Revit and AutoCAD, I can do anything I want.
It'll probably get taken down. Oh my god.
Oh
One thing I'm
man.
cockiest most about is those programs. So.
Yeah, true. True. Oh, yeah. So you guys have both seen Spider-Man: No Way Home, right?
Yes.
No.
Unfortunately for Dink, it was spoiled by someone that shall remain nameless.
Give me a second. I need some tissues.
Someone spoiled it for Dink?
Yeah.
Oh. No.
It spoiled the reveal.
Oh man. Is he actually getting tissues?
I guess so, because he left.
He's just gone. Oh man. Here's the deal. I'm glad I went and saw it when I did, because it would have been for me.
You wouldn't have. I mean, honestly, we waited till Saturday, and it came out Thursday or Monday, and I had a hard time staying off of stuff.
Yeah.
Whenever it came out that weekend, I had a hard time staying off of things and not getting it spoiled.
Yeah.
Like, that was one thing I was making sure I wasn't doing, because you go looking for it, you're gonna find it.
For sure.
And I'm glad I didn't.
And the shit that I follow on Twitter, Instagram, I would have had to stay off social media for God knows how long to keep something from getting spoiled. I wouldn't have been able to watch streams.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you couldn't. Honestly, you couldn't get past the first weekend without getting it spoiled for you if you didn't go see it that weekend.
Ooh, Seeker, you haven't seen it yet? Uh-oh.
Oh, so there's this time when Miles Morales comes up, he gets... No, I'm sorry, that's too far.
Then he got killed by Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Batman showed up, he did.
And Flash came in and pushed somebody.
Zod
Just
killed by
knows how to push
Superman, he
things.
was.
What happened, Revan? You all right there, buddy?
Okay, I am.
Okay, you are. What?
You know, you could go to the doctor for that, right?
Hold on, I gotta get the Google. I gotta get the Yoda giggle. Hold on. I wish I had the little feet to do it.
Let's ask Magic 8 Ball Vader. Is Revan's Yoda good?
Less water drinking, more
Ask
Yoda
again
talking.
later. Sorry.
Mine!
Ask again later. Stop drinking water. More Yoda talk.
This is the problem we're gonna run into on stream.
Yeah, we get on tangents.
Ian's gonna make me do 1,000 push-ups, like,
For what?
because it's a redeemable thing. He's gonna redeem spin the wheel, like.
Yo, I agree with whoever said that in chat. Yo, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
A specimen he is.
The spin the wheel will be redeemed on the next stream tomorrow.
What? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, no. That's not how that works.
Do we want to do it on stream?
Yeah, spin the wheel.
We want to do it on here?
Yeah. None the little editing when you put it on YouTube. Just do a little. Actually,
Edit that part out.
you could that'll be like a little highlight. It'll set this podcast apart from others.
Hold on. My dad's calling me. Give me a sec.
Hi,
sounds
Dad.
like he's
Hello?
like he's trying to wiggle out of this.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello, son.
well,
Hold on. You're on stream right now.
oh,
Son, you forgot
well, I was just curious to see what you thought about Boba.
Haven't watched it yet.
Oh, interesting.
We're gonna watch it afterwards.
Afterward, okay.
So like 9 o'clock we'll be done watching it.
Oh. All
It means
right.
10 o'clock. EST is the only real time.
So I'll call you afterwards.
Yeah, but you're going to bed, then, so don't worry about
I
it.
don't work tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. So you'll be up late. Okay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, just call me afterwards.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I love you.
Hi, Daddy.
That was Papa Revan. He's apparently
Revan?
he's apparently interested that I have not watched Boba yet. No. Mrs.
I've watched
Revan and
it
I.
4 times. Okay.
The
no
new
spoilers.
episode?
I watched it 4 times.
Wow.
And I tell you, it's the best episode out of the others.
Wow,
Hands
really?
But yeah.
Because do you know who Star Wars Theory is on YouTube?
Yep. I'm all over it.
He didn't like it as much.
Because he's a real EU kind of guy.
He is a huge EU kind of a guy.
And once they start getting away from that a little bit, just to set themselves apart, that's where Star Wars Theory kind of doesn't like it. You know, with the whole thing with him being trolled by Lucas and when he was crying about Luke, like all that stuff, he tends to still be in that Legends category. And if it's Legends, he likes it. If it gets a little bit too far or kind of its own kind of spin, he does his own thing.
Yeah.
I love his stuff. I'm always watching.
Oh, I love
his,
Theory. He's my favorite. He's my favorite Star Wars content creator on YouTube.
His stuff on Chrysanthemum or whatever the hell his name is, like that stuff, like I watched 2 or 3 times because I just wanted to know about him. And the thing about him and Obi and what his history was, I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, I pretty much go, when it comes to Star Wars lore, it's Lucas, Filoni, Sam Witwer, and then Star Wars Theory.
Actually, I'd put Theory above Sam Witwer.
Really?
Yeah. He is the person I would go to if I had a question I couldn't find out for myself.
Dink, what's going on, man?
Huh?
What's the Star War?
What's up?
Yeah, that's when they fly around on the TARDIS, right?
Luke didn't have sex with Leia in the Star War. I'm telling you, Zach and Miriam Make a Porno is a great comedy flick. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. The one guy from The Office is in it. You know, I can't even remember everybody that's in it, but it's a really good flick. A lot of those comedy gems from Locked Up and those guys are in it.
I think I remember it coming out. I don't think I've ever seen it. So
Very good.
Yeah, Dink, you haven't seen anything yet from Boba.
No. I'm planning on waiting for the whole thing to finish, and then we'll just watch, do maybe a watch party or something in one big, like, chunk. Just freaking knock it out in a week.
I knew you hadn't seen it, so I was really trying not to spoil anything, but...
I think they're 8.
Try not to pull a Glacier.
What?
I got you.
Episodes?
Yeah.
Boba's 7.
I think this is it 7?
Mm-hmm. So it's episode 3, so
there's only 4
4,
more.
5, 6, yeah, 7, 4 left.
They have a lot to cover.
They are definitely, I will tell you this, Dink, they are taking their time with this show. So do not be alarmed when you watch. Here's the thing.
I heard the first episode was unbelievably slow.
The first episode was slow. Second episode was incredible.
That's what I heard.
I still love the first episode. Like, I loved it. But it's also like, it's really building up what's going on, and it's also like, you know, I'm not going to spoil anything, but, and then I haven't seen 3 yet, but they are, from what Star Wars Theory had actually said, Star Wars Theory in his like little Instagram review of the last episode, he was like, this show is going to be really good to watch, basically back to back to back to back to back. So
yeah, I think it'll be a better watch if you can binge it. I wouldn't say the first episode was slow because it hit some of the things I was looking for it to hit, and then as it goes, it kind of went in the Favreau direction that he wants to take it, which isn't from, you know, the Legends, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I still think there's so much that they put in Legends, like he goes to Filoni and Filoni reviews this stuff with him. Like I just think that there's still pieces that they're putting in there and still making it their own. And that's the best part about it. You might say it's slow because you're getting one at a time, but I don't think it's slow after you're on episode 3 and you've seen what's happened to this point.
Right. Right.
Right.
Right.
Right.
Right.
I think there was a poll that someone put up.
Yeah, I saw it. Are we playing Garfield Kart? I gotta watch Boba, man. watch
I think
Boba,
the people
man.
want. I think the people want Garfield cart after the podcast. I think that's the consensus. I think if ask the Magic 8-Ball coach. Ask the Magic 8-Ball. he's gonna like, oh fuck. All right, let me redo it. Oh, it says we have to play.
It is decidedly so.
Oh shit.
Lord Vader has said it is decidedly so.
It is decidedly so, baby.
I gotta watch Boba, man.
Yeah. After you play in a good amounts, maybe how about 3 games of Garfield kart? Three races.
Three races of Garfield cart. My wife has to go to bed at 10, so 11 your time.
It doesn't. The races are like 5 minutes.
Oh, are they? Okay, I guess I can do 3 races. I guess I could do 3 races. I guess I could do 3 races. I'm in, I guess, if coach is in.
I didn't expect to be up that late.
Oh. He is. God, you guys, I gotta figure out this Eastern Standard Time
It's an hour, bro.
bull
It's an
hunky.
hour farther. So if we end at 9:30 our time, that is 8:30 your time.
True.
Oh, you going to bed, coach?
Well, if I'm not streaming.
Okay.
Go
All right.
down
Never
and
mind
worry
then.
about
Never
it
mind
till
then.
awake.
Never mind then.
I don't even know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Oh,
What are you
tomorrow's
doing tomorrow?
It's tier list
Big Mom.
Thursday. I need to figure out what tier list.
Tier list Thursday. Everyone's doing tier lists.
I need to figure out what I want to do. Should I? Oh, MCU's gonna take 5 hours.
Thick Thursday.
Thickmas Thursdays.
Thickmas Thursdays. I'm gonna do something. I'll probably do DCEU. That'll be a topic of discussion. DC movies. That's what we're doing.
Dark Knight
You
Trilogy is the
realize
best.
that you're all wrong.
The Dark Knight. Okay, Dark Knight Trilogy is the best series of DC movies.
No.
No?
No.
Did you say what is better?
No, because the first one and the third one are not that good.
I didn't like the first one at first. I watched it again after showing them all to
You didn't like the Liam
my
Neeson
wife.
one?
If you see the first one and you binge all 3 of them, it's not horrible. But the first one and the last one are not good.
I like the first one better than the
I
last
thought they were
one.
pretty good.
I mean, they're
I like the
watchable.
first one too. They're still better than like 75% of the other shit that they're spewing out.
I prefer to watch episode 8. All right.
Okay, well we're talking about DC. Whoa! Whoa! Bro,
Honestly, I would rather watch episode 8. I'd rather watch the
look at
First
Revan's
episode of Luke.
face.
The
the best
single-handed.
of those movies is Heath Ledger, and that's it. That movie was awesome.
All right,
The fact that he passed away before they could make 3, that's what ruined 3.
That's true. He was
okay,
supposed
so
to be in it.
I'll revise my statement. The Dark Knight is the best DC movie of all time.
Again, no.
What's better?
The original Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah,
Mm.
that dude.
You got to understand how old I was when that one came out.
Well, it's a good movie, but it's
I was
no.
12 and
I'm
13.
sorry.
It was the biggest thing that came out since Star Wars. I
That's
think
a-
Indiana Jones was the Last Crusade was huge around that time too, but that was like we get a Batman, finally get a
Mhm.
Batman, and I was 89, so 13, 14, and I went to see it multiple times, like I do most movies now.
Mm-hmm. But the movie itself, if you set aside all the nostalgia and all that, the movie itself, it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot more slow compared to the Dark Knight. Like I'm riveted like watching the Dark Knight, man. I'm like,
Okay, the Dark Knight is top tier DC content in my opinion.
best numero uno.
OG Michael Keaton Batman is also top tier DC content. I'm going to tell you the best DC movie. It's between 2 for me. 3, actually. I need to rewatch. It's between 3.
2 Suicide Squads? Is that those? Are the
No. No. It's between 3 for me, and I can never decide. I watch all of them, and every time they change. Wonder Woman. The first Wonder Woman movie.
Which like the old Wonder Woman?
No, the first Gal Gadot Wonder Woman.
I'll take Gal Gadot.
That is World War
any
I
day.
top-notch movie. Oh God, it's so good. That the No Man's Land scene in that movie, you can't tell. Every time I watch that, I get goosebumps. It's so good. It's modernized version. It's World War I, but modernized version of Wonder Woman, and I think Gal Gadot killed it. It sucks that everyone looks at her Wonder Woman and go, yeah, her second movie was terrible. Yes, but her first movie was.
I didn't even watch the second one.
It wasn't terrible.
I
haven't even seen it.
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't judge it based off that.
It's different.
It's hard for me to watch it when I haven't heard anyone give me a positive review of it yet.
Okay, so I believe it's set just because it's set in a different time.
Mm-hmm.
A time where a lot of people that like the comic books and everything of nowadays doesn't understand the mid 80s or early 80s and how things were then and what was going on in the world at that time.
Yeah.
So it's hard for them to relate that aspect. So a lot of the jokes probably didn't land for somebody that's not over 35 or 40.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I was giggling about stupid shit. I'm like, I remember that shit. And like, yeah, for me being the old dude, being the boomer of the group here, like, I was laughing at shit because I'm like, hey, I said, like, there was a billboard. I'm like, hey! And, you know.
She filmed it in the style of an 80s movie. That's what I kept trying to tell people.
Yeah,
it was it was a 2000 teens 80s movie.
And, you know, Din Djarin's in it, so it's not.
True.
You know,
he is.
He did really well for what the story was. The story was not strong.
Yeah.
The premise was not strong.
Yeah.
I do believe what's her name from Saturday Night Live did a really good job at how she acted that part of what's her name?
Cheetah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
How she went from the dorky little girl to this. You know, I didn't think she had it in her to have that sex appeal, and she did.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much as Gal Gadot, but, you know, I think she did a well job. I just think that the story lacked. It tried to have heart, it just didn't.
It lacked the heart, yeah.
It didn't hit like the first one.
Yeah, and like I said, I think her first movie suffers because people only remember that second one because it was the most recent one to come out, but... I vary on the best DC movie between Wonder Woman, Joker.
Ooh, okay, that one I would
Joker,
put up there.
Or the Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Yes,
I'd
Joaquin
put that
Phoenix's
one.
Joker.
That one's like the Dark Knight's like 1A, and that one's like 1B for me.
The difference
so Liam
is
was saying something about that Joker tying into Pattinson.
Haven't heard anything.
Batman.
Is that real? If that's true, I'm stoked.
As far as I know, I haven't heard
15
anything.
different Jokers and Batmans right now.
So,
I feel like they need a single vision. They
well,
gotta pick one and stick with it.
As
like,
of right now, so the DCEU is a mess right now.
Oh yeah, it is.
And so Warner Brothers can't decide what they want to do. The Batman was originally supposed to be a movie filmed. It actually started out as a TV show that was going to be directed by Ben Affleck. Well, Ben Affleck had to step away for a little bit because he relapsed on alcohol and drugs, and then he went to rehab, got better, came back, decided he wanted to do a movie. It turned into a movie. Then he decided he didn't want to do it. He's like, I don't love it right now. I don't think I would love doing the directing and acting at the same time. Give it to somebody else. Then it went to Matt Reeves. It was still supposed to have Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck pulled out, and now Matt Reeves, Warner Brothers, after the success of James Gunn's Suicide Squad, they have given Matt Reeves the full reign. He's doing his own story. It's in its own universe. It's not Dark Knight universe. It's not the DCEU universe. It's not the Joker universe as far as I know. It is completely separate.
So he can give thanks to James Gunn being awesome at what he does.
Yes. And it was basically, hey, you get full creative reign. Matt Reeves like, this is what I want to do. We're doing Batman Year One Detective Comics, and that's what they're doing.
That'll be
and
badass.
It's gonna be very. Have you guys ever seen the movie Seven?
Yep.
With Brad Pitt and
that
Morgan
movie
Freeman.
was
Morgan
big
Freeman.
when I was your guys' age.
I may
It's
have.
great
seen it.
movie. What's in the box?
What
Oh,
is
that's
the box?
It's if you haven't seen it, watch it before you go see the new Batman Dink, because it's going to be like that. The Riddler is going to be a version of John Doe and the Zodiac Killer.
Who's playing the Riddler again? Is
Paul-
it Jim Carrey?
Paul Dano.
No, Jim Carrey was in the.
Oh, he was in the
Batman's in the late
Val-
90s.
the horrible,
Val
the
Kilmer's.
horrible one. Yeah, that one.
But
Val Kilmer
no,
was a pretty good Batman, but that movie was trash.
What? No, bro. Val Kilmer was horrible.
He was. You thought he was
He
horrible?
can't act his
No.
way out of a wet paper
Val
bag.
Kilmer wasn't.
You
Val
don't
Kilmer
like-
wasn't great.
He could not do Batman. I'm
All
sorry,
right,
whatever
maybe
that
it's
mole
'cause I
was they had on his
compared-
face.
Maybe it's
He just
because I
had to-
compared him to George Clooney. That's probably
Clooney's
why
is
I
also
thought he was
terrible.
good.
Val Kilmer's number one character that defines who he is as an actor is Doc Holliday.
I think if Clooney was allowed to do what he wanted to do with Batman, I think it would have been better.
Joel Schumacher fucked up that whole story, that whole line of movies.
I mean, how do you like?
Tim Burton had this whole plan, and Warner Brothers wouldn't let him do it.
I mean, both the original Keaton ones, right? Those were amazing.
Those were the best
And
ones.
Oh, yeah,
at
they're
all.
the best
And
too.
recently, the reason why he pulled out was because they were going in a direction he
Yes,
didn't
they
want
are,
to.
Dink,
Like,
by the way.
that campy bullshit that Clooney and Val Kilmer had to do. Like, he didn't want to do the campy shit.
Yeah.
The best part about the first two Keaton ones was that they were dark, yet still had that kind of light campiness. I mean, they still had the crappy matte
It was Tim
paintings
Burton.
and
Yeah,
all of that stuff.
it was the
still
best Gotham,
had-
in my opinion.
Yes, it was
The
dirty.
first one
it
was so
dank.
good.
It kind of reminded you if you're walking down New York City, if you're
Yep.
on like a certain street and people be around you, you just remember that you kind of feel the must and the
Yeah, you could
feel
like
of it.
feel it.
and that's why I'm so on like the Keaton Batmans, because
Yeah.
as good as the Dark Knight trilogy is in its whole,
Mhm.
I just still don't think, when I grew up, I watched reruns of that campy Batman
Oh, yeah.
bullshit, and the cartoons that were in the late 80s, early 90s,
Like,
they really
isn't
weren't
Adam
that
West?
dark. So
It's-
when Tim Burton went dark with it,
Mhm.
I was like, this is awesome. And then when what's his face took it even darker, I'm like,
The last time we got to see Batman actually be a detective was Michael Keaton's first movie. Actual detective work, and that's my favorite Batman. Batman being a better detective than the detectives of Gotham. Like that's who he's the world's greatest detective. His comics were literally called Detective Comics. So that's why I'm super excited about this Matt Reeves film. He's diving into the fact that Batman's the smartest guy around, which is why the fact that his first villain is going to be the Joker, and as you've seen in the trailers, the Joker knows who he is already. It's going to be, I think it's going to be great. It's going to be the best movie of the year.
hope so.
The thing is,
yeah.
it's to me, I think it's crippled a little bit. They just announced it's going to be a PG-13 film, and I'm a little bummed out about that. I'm bummed out.
They're ruining it.
Yep, I'm
they're
bummed out.
ruining the-
I
the
think
grit.
that is Warner Brothers stepping in and saying it's got to be PG-13.
We need to get the kids involved.
So you're not going to get any just gratuitous,
No.
blood-spattering violence.
Which that's
So
the best. That's Batman.
You've got to have some realism. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
best thing about Deadpool, the first Deadpool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was
I
they,
love
they,
the
they
first
just went
Deadpool.
fucking ape shit
Yeah. Yep.
on bad jokes they shouldn't tell, things like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
All that stuff.
Fox just let him go.
Like, the love interest Deadpool has, like her being half naked and them going to Pound Town. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, they just went for it in that movie, man. Holy cow. He got
Quick-
pegged. He got
I don't
pegged
know what
in the
scene
movie.
this is you're speaking of.
It was.
Okay, so
I took my wife to see it on Valentine's Day when we were still
Yes!
dating in college, because it came out on Valentine's Day.
And that's how
Oh.
old I am, because when I went to see it, I was still single before I met Lady Coach, right? And I went on my own on Valentine's Day to see it. Like, I didn't have anybody at that time, so I was there. I went to see it 3 times that weekend. I liked it so much.
That's so good. It's such a you look like Freddy Krueger face fucked a topographical map of Utah.
I love that line. I love that.
You're like if avocado fucked another avocado.
And had a baby.
All right, so quick little tangent on that.
Yeah.
You know, Dylan's 14 now, like, and his mom didn't let him watch R-rated movies, so she was gone on a work trip. I let him watch it with me.
Uh-huh.
We get done with the video. I said, all right, you know, being a new father that I am, I'm like, hey, all right, so you have any question, anything come up in the movie that, you know, you kind of are unsure about? Because I wanted to, you know, make sure he's all right. He goes, I know people like mashed potatoes like that. I was laughing for like a day. Like, the one thing he pulled out of the sex scene was the mashed potatoes.
Oh my god, I forgot about that scene, man. Oh wow, whoa, there was some shit in that scene, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I love Deadpool, but like I said, I was gonna get at where where I think I think like I was saying with the Dark Knight trilogy, I think it's the best like series of movies because I think the DCU is just a jumbled up fuckwad of a mess, and that's seriously the easiest way to put it. That's what it is right now. And my other favorite DC movie is Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
That movie, Dink, you
Is
need
that
to watch
like
it. The 4-hour
is that
one
like
on
the edited one.
The 4-hour
Like
one
the-
on HBO Max.
I haven't
It's
seen
the only
that
one to
yet.
watch.
Gotta watch it, man.
Is
It's
it
in
that much better?
Oh my god, yes. There's a lot of stuff that's similar, but you can definitely tell. Watch the very first trailer of Justice League. That was Zack Snyder's movie. And then after that trailer,
Yeah, there was like no dark side at all
No,
in the.
between
It's
that
like I was like so excited. I was like, let's freaking
Oh, yeah.
go, bro.
before that second trailer came out was when Zack Snyder was let go, and it was a whole stupid reason. It's like Warner Brothers pulled another stupid bullshit
Who's in
reason.
charge over there?
It's dumb. It's
Dumb fuckeries.
yeah. The
Like,
guy who did it.
Who is in charge over there?
The
Those
guy who
guys
did
are
it,
imbeciles.
the guy who did it is also the same guy who fired Johnny Depp from Fantastic Beasts.
Well, whoever that guy is,
he's an idiot.
imbecile.
Well, he's not. He's no longer there.
Well,
He's not in
good.
charge anymore. But I mean, did you hear why Zack Snyder wanted to take time off?
No.
He wanted to postpone filming the movie because his daughter had committed suicide during the filming of Batman vs Superman.
Jesus.
And it was the anniversary of her death, and because he's been filming all these DC movies, he never got a chance to actually mourn and grieve her death, really. So he wanted to take some time off on the anniversary. He wanted to take a month off of filming to just spend time with his family, and Warner Brothers was like, no. And wouldn't let him. And he's like, well, I'm going to take time off, and they're like, if you take time off, you're fired. And they fired him. And hired Joss Whedon. And
These
Joss
people are so dumb,
And Josh
bro.
fucked it up.
And then Joss came in and wanted to do he wanted to make it Avengers. And it's
Well, I did a piss poor job of that.
yeah, he ended up cutting it from it was a 2-hour and 45-minute long cut of the movie. That was what he did. And that was what Zack Snyder had made. Joss Whedon came in and cut 2 hours and 45 minutes down to 1 hour and 40. And then changed all the shots and stuff. So Zack Snyder actually got to make his movie. Because the movie was done. He was already done with the movie. They just pulled everyone back together and filmed some new scenes and stuff that he wanted to put in it and basically get people hyped for this is where Zack Snyder was going to go. And I don't want to spoil anything for you because there is a character in that movie that there are 2 characters that they show in that movie that I need to see in the future. I need to see it.
So which one of which movie is canon, or we don't even know what canon is anymore at this
don't
point?
have a
We
canon.
'Cause it's just like-
don't know what canon is anymore, and the Flash movie is going to mess all that up.
I think
Again.
the Flash movie, they're going to try to fix
If they
stuff.
really fucking get rid of
Can-
Henry Cavill as Superman, that is
can I
a
tell you what the rumor is?
mistake.
Coach, have you heard the
Go ahead.
rumors?
No.
The current rumors right now, per Grace Randolph. Now, Grace Randolph has had some correct stuff on social media. She's had right sources and she's had wrong sources. Her sources are telling her that the Flash movie is going to completely decanonize and erase all the Zack Snyder stuff. Batman versus Superman, Man of Steel, Justice League. All that's gone.
Man of Steel was
is
so
the
good.
best-
That was the one thing that they
Wonder
didn't
Woman
fuck up.
and Aquaman are
Oh.
is the best one.
Yeah.
After rewatching
Those
Man of
three, those are
Steel,
the only
after
things they
going
didn't
through all
mess
those
up.
movies, Man of Steel is also on my top 5 for DC movies.
That was like they finally got Superman right after
Yeah.
like Christopher Reeve.
Yes, people and people were like, it was too dark, and I'm like, have you read a Superman comic? The dude destroys Metropolis every other week.
He dies a lot of times too.
Like, and it's like the only way to stop Zod, and they're like, well, Superman doesn't kill. And I was like, well, I'm sorry, that's the only way to stop Zod. Like, Zod's the other, and that's why he freaked out about it. And it's like, but it's like that. Now, I don't know if that's true. If those rumors are, and the other add-on to those rumors was, the Leslie Grace Batgirl movie they're doing, which I'm actually kind of excited about. Because the guys that are making that movie are actually making the Kamala Harris TV show for Disney Plus. So obviously, if Marvel liked them, they probably do some good stuff. And the Supergirl that's going to be in the Flash movie are going to replace Batman and Superman and start a new Justice League with the Flash, Shazam, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman.
I love Zachary Levi.
Oh, yeah, his
Anything
movie's also
Shazam?
just a blast. Black Adam is
mean,
going to be horrifyingly good.
And The Rock's gonna kill it. I mean, it's The Rock.
Oh, it's about what?
But when it comes
It's about
to-
drive. It's about power.
When it comes down to it, the more that I see Aquaman, the more I just like it. It's one of those
Yeah.
things where I
he
can
was
just-
great.
Aquaman was one of the
I-
most beautiful movies I've ever seen.
I
That
can
one's
see it on-
actually my
I can
favorite.
I see
That's
that and
my
I sit.
favorite.
Like I always like if it's on, I'm always sitting down and watching the rest of it, no matter
Yeah.
what
Oh,
point
yeah.
it's at.
Jason Momoa is amazing. I love him.
Yeah.
Superman,
Out of all the newer ones, that one's my favorite. Out of anything that's come after the Dark Knight trilogy, that's my favorite movie out of all of them.
Aquaman's good. It's a fun
Yeah.
movie. But it's like I said, they're those guys. Everything post Justice League is staying true to canon still, and I hope to God they don't do that. But like I said, Ezra Miller ended up coming out, I think, a week and a half after those reports, and he said nobody can take away the Snyder Kingdom, what he called it. So, and there's more rumors coming out, and Henry Cavill. There's rumors that Henry Cavill was spotted
Everyone
on
loves
set.
him. Everyone loves him.
There's rumors that Henry Cavill was spotted on set. Hey, got a new follow.
Mexi!
Let's
Mexi,
go. Follow that
hello.
bitch.
We
What's
love you,
up?
Mexi.
What's
Can't
up?
be the
Welcome
first time
in.
Mexi's been in here.
It is. How are you, Mexi?
We love Mexi.
Yes. Well, I love Mexi. Welcome in. First ever podcast, Mexi, with us three yahoos.
Yahoos.
But no, I definitely think that Zack Snyder needs to be brought back into Warner Brothers, and I think he needs to finish out his vision of what he wanted to do, but I don't know if they'll do it. It's just,
Yeah.
DC's just a mess right now, and that's why the Batman is exciting for me, because it's completely separate, and it's doing its own thing. Like I said, I don't think Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is the Joker for his... I think the Joker is its
We're gonna
own
have
thing.
another Joker.
I don't know if they're going to bring the Joker in. There's rumors that the Joker might show up.
Willem Dafoe. I heard rumors about that.
So have you
That he
seen...
might be a Joker.
Have you seen Eternals?
Yes.
Barry
We're
Keoghan,
gonna
who
see it
played...
again next week too.
Barry Keoghan, who played Druid?
Which one's that? I don't remember.
Look him up real quick.
It's the guy who. Oh fuck! I know this dude.
It's not
played-
the guy from Game of Thrones, right?
No.
He's the one who's like a little whiny bitch the whole time.
He's the one that can control
He's
minds.
I can fix the world.
Oh yeah, little bitch. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, little bitch.
That's,
little bitch.
he's my
fuck
favorite.
that
He
guy.
was my favorite character.
Sorry, anything with Angelina Jolie in it, I'll watch.
He was my favorite character. I love Druid. But Druid is in the Batman.
Okay.
He
Batman.
is listed as Stanley Merkel, who is in the comics. Stanley Merkel is Gordon's partner,
Oh.
but he hasn't been seen in any material yet. And apparently 2 cuts of the movie were shown to executives. One contained a character, the other did not contain this character. There are rumors that Barry Keoghan is playing the Joker in Robert Pattinson's Batman movie.
Okay.
And I'm excited because Barry Keoghan's a great actor and he definitely has the look.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, because like all the movies where they're not trying to put everybody to like tie everything together, they did a great job with all those. Like everything before like Suicide Squad and you know the fucked up Justice League and all that, those were all great.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that, you know, then they tried to put them together, they fucked it up, and now they're like, okay, we're gonna delete everything now. But it's like, but those like Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, that was all great.
All those movies are good.
Shazam.
Even Batman vs Superman, I liked that. That was a good movie.
I love you.
That was a good
It's
movie.
alright.
Batman vs
It's like
Superman
people are like,
was my
oh, this was terrible. I'm like, dude,
If
that
you
was
could-
pretty
you could
fucking
take-
badass.
If you could take Batfleck out of it and put anyone else in
know,
it, Batman.
He's the best.
Even like
Batman.
I know I was like shitting on Batfleck the other day, but like I was still like I was like, yeah, I liked him. He was like whooping ass. He was like fucking people up. I thought it was badass. I still love Batman.
No
Not
scene.
the best Batman. Nowhere near the best.
No
He
scene.
was still good in it.
No scene in any DC movie ever will ever top that warehouse fight scene ever.
Your mother's name is Martha too.
Wrong fight scene. I'm talking the fight scene when he saves Martha.
Okay, but it's like all of them. Your mother's name is Martha too.
He WWE'd some fools in that warehouse, and it was glorious.
His suit was pretty badass. He was
he-
basically Iron Man, but DC.
He is the best.
Technically, that's what it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah, that's why I love
He is
Batman.
the best Batman. The Martha stuff, yes, but he is the best Batman. He
Was Iron Man created because Batman?
a lot of Marvel characters are
Maybe
are-
Robert Downey Jr. should be the next Batman.
a lot of Marvel
Yeah.
Marvel
He
Marvel
just gets jacked up 56, whatever the hell how old he is. Just gets. I mean, Michael Keaton's gonna be Batman again, right?
He is.
You might as well have freaking Robert Downey Jr.
Marvel
him
characters
as
are
Modern
Batman.
day.
Marvel characters are
Modern day
direct
Batman.
copies.
Okay. Well, he
Meaning
could
he's the
take it to
Batman
like a
from the early
Batman Beyond or
90s
some
now.
shit. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Marvel characters
could do
are
like
direct
Batman
copies
Beyond.
are direct copies of DC characters.
That's true. They just did it better on screen.
They've done it way
That-
better on screen.
That's why Keaton's so good at playing Vulture in Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was great. I love this. Some of the actors are. Wait, what other actors are both in DC and Marvel? There's a couple others. I can't think of any though.
Polka Dot Man from the new Suicide Squad is in Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Ant-Man is like. Yeah.
The dumbest
First one was
character
alright.
ever.
The first one was. I love Paul Rudd, and the
Ant-
first movie was good. The second one, it was eh.
I liked it because I like it. And
It was like-
Angelina Lily or whatever her freaking name is.
Evangeline,
It
yeah.
was like yeah.
Evangeline.
Evangeline Lily or some shit.
Yep.
But it's
Yeah,
like you
'cause
watch it once, it's really great. But like I'm not gonna watch Ant-Man 2 again unless I have to for like a marathon.
Fun bit of Revan trivia. Ant-Man is actually the movie I have seen the most in theaters. Tell me how many times I've seen
You
it.
must have been really bored during
I
that
think
time
it was 10.
span.
You've said this before.
I saw it 8 times in theaters.
I knew it was a lot.
Here's the thing. I
That's
worked
a
at
lot
the
of
I worked at
Gamera.
the movie theater where I went
Oh,
to
okay.
college, and we weren't technically supposed to get movies for free, but my current my manager at the time when that movie came out would just let us go see movies whenever we wanted. So I would watch Ant-Man for free every day
So
I
a
worked.
good boss. You had a good boss.
Yeah, I had one that
long as
was
you
I had a
weren't
I had a
fucking
I had a fun boss. But yeah, I just saw Mexi put in the chat that Eternals came out today on Disney Plus. I heard you mention
Yeah, it
Dink
did.
you're watching it next week. I
Yes.
am actually
in
really excited to
Discord.
rewatch it.
Yeah, we'll be watching it in Discord. Probably. When did we agree on it? I think Monday, or I'll make an announcement. I think we agreed on Monday.
It's
this morning.
Good movie. I thought it was a very good movie. I like the fact that it was completely like you didn't know it was a Marvel movie until like a character mentioned Thanos or something.
Yeah.
Like, you just
It was just like I was just like, oh, this dude is in. He was in Game of Thrones, and this dude was also in Game of Thrones. And I was like, oh, this is a Marvel movie. That's right.
fun little piece about that. You just watched James Bond.
Mhm.
Richard Madden, who played Icarus and was in Game of Thrones, is rumored to be the new James Bond.
Oh, that we were talking about what actor would be a good new James Bond. He would be perfect.
Yes, and he was actually
He
doing.
would be perfect as James Bond.
He was at the red carpet premiere for, I can't remember if it was for Spider-Man or if it was for Eternals, but he was doing a little interview with one of the guys, and this guy looked at him and he goes, "So, what do you have to say to the rumors that you're gonna be that you've apparently been chosen to play the new James Bond?" And he kind of like smiled a little bit and looked over at his manager or his PR agent, and his PR agent was like, "Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that right now," and grabbed him and lured him away. So he ended up walking away from that. So he didn't say yes or no, and the second someone asked him about it, he's like, "Ay," and ended up just walking away. So
What happened to Idris Elba? Because goddamn.
So
I love him, but that's just not, James Bond. His character, like that's like asking like freaking Gerard Butler to play Black Panther. That just doesn't work.
Here's
in
the
my
thing.
But
opinion.
how many times are you gonna see Bond as a white guy?
But that's
blonde
the
hair,
character he was wrote.
lady
You
enough
know.
when you could have a suave guy that
Yeah,
looks like he
that's
does.
great, but it's just not the character.
however, though, James Bond's,
in my opinion,
James Bond's not a person; he's a code name.
that's true. But well, 007 is the code name, but James Bond
Right,
is
but-
a person. So in my opinion, I think that's the way the character is. You know, that'd be like
But
you know, like I just said. I don't.
did
think,
you know though
I don't
that it is a moniker? It's 007 James Bond. That's the code name they go by.
Okay.
The movies are a direct timeline. They're not being remade stories. It's a direct timeline. There have been 7 James Bonds in cinema, so there have been 7 James Bond agents.
So there's no. So that's not.
But it's the same story over
It's not
again.
the same. But I thought it's supposed to be the same
Quantum of
exact
Solace was
person.
done twice.
Was it? I thought Quantum of Solace was.
Most of these stories have been done twice.
Oh, see, I don't know enough about James Bond. All I know is when I was talking to somebody about it, that's what they were telling me, was that it's been a continuation of the story. Like, it's been a continuation.
Well, they act, but yeah, but they're acting like it's the same person. They're acting like it's the same person, even though that doesn't make any sense, because clearly, like almost like a half a century has gone by.
Yeah, well, that's why I was all for. That's why I was all for Idris Elba, because I'm like, oh, it's a code name, it's a moniker, it's not a person.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah. But if it isn't, and it's supposed to, that's just rewriting the entire character, and that's not
right.
staying true to
I'm
the
one way or
character,
the
in
other.
my
If it's
opinion.
the person and he's James Bond and they're just redoing the stories, then do it the way it was written. That's how I'm always that way. If it's just a code name and they just when one James Bond leaves, they bring in another James Bond to replace him. Why not Idris Elba? He's, in my opinion, the most qualified for the role.
Yeah, I love him. He's a great actor.
Okay, there are 14 books that were written about James Bond. So there are 14 different stories of James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they got to all of them yet.
They
Or
haven't-
it could
Okay.
be true. It could be true that they're just going through the books and it's a different
Yeah,
person with
'cause-
the James Bond moniker.
Because I don't think we've seen Dr. No twice, have we?
Mm.
No, I was just looking at the
I
numbers.
feel like
I
there's a
could
couple
swear
of them that
they
they
were.
repeated.
My
Because it's my understanding that 007 is the thing that, because like you saw, there was the woman, whatever her name was. I don't think we even heard her name. She was also 007. See, because that made sense. But
Was she
James
007 or
Bond
006?
Is a person. No, she was
Oh,
the
she was
same number.
007.
oh, I haven't seen
But
it.
James Bond is, I think that's the same person. You know.
So my Mrs. Revan posted in chat, and she's a big James Bond fan. Her mom is a huge James Bond nut. She said 007 is an agent position, at least I think so. Yes,
Yes,
we're on the
that's
same page that the 007 is the position, but is the name James Bond just a code name? Is it just a new agent they bring in?
It's just a number. What
Okay.
I'm reading now.
James
Okay,
Bond is
so-
also attached to that.
No, it's just
No,
the
James
number.
Bond's
So
not.
James Bond
Okay.
is an actual
Okay.
person then. Okay.
Yeah, because they're not
Okay,
gonna
so-
call the woman James Bond, whatever her
True.
name was.
So the books go in order: Casino Royale, Live or Let Die, Moonraker, Diamonds Are Forever, Russia with Love, Doctor No. So a lot they did the movies out of order.
Yeah,
'Cause
Doctor
a
No
lot-
was the
they
first
just
one.
kind of
Moonraker is one of my favorite Bond movies from the 80s because they had the space shuttle that they chose. That was a total accident.
Yeah.
They had 3 or 4 different versions, and they chose that one. That was the one that NASA ended up building.
Right.
Like, I'm looking at like the names. Like they did a lot of the later books first. Like Octopussy, like that one's the last one.
Hey, watch your mouth.
My favorite is Goldfinger. I love Goldfinger.
I got a gold finger for you, Nick.
Goldfinger.
No,
In the tank.
Do you guys? So who's? I saw Dink you posted in who's favorite Bond movie. Who's your favorite Bond?
Ooh. Sean Connery. Easy.
Ding ding ding.
That's the only right answer. Well, I mean, Pierce Brosnan. They're pretty good.
I'm a Pierce
is
Brosnan
good.
guy. I've
But,
always been a
Sean
Pierce
Connery
Brosnan
is
guy.
the man.
I've always been a Pierce Brosnan guy.
accent,
I love
everything.
Sean Connery, but man, I have seen every Pierce Brosnan Bond movie 4 times. I didn't know there were other Bond movies. I'll be honest with you. When his movies were out, had no idea. When I was watching those when I was younger.
For me, when I was watching the last James Bond movie, I find it hard to see Daniel Craig like with all the romantic part of Bond, but in the action, like I think he does a great job. Like you could see it in his when I was watching the last one, I could see it in his eyes. Like the other Bonds, I guess they're just kind of like, yeah, I'm totally in control all of the time. I'm not even scared, but like
you can see the
Daniel
struggle.
Craig, you could see him. He's like there's like a lot of shit's going on right now. Like you could see it in his eyes. I like that part with Daniel Craig with the action. I don't think the action part he's the best. But.
Isn't Daniel Craig's James Bond more of kind of how the character of James Bond
I think
was
it's
written?
more
He's
it
more
would be
rugged.
more accurate.
He's more rugged.
Mm-hmm.
Here's why my choice for the next James Bond was Tom Hardy. I wanted Tom Hardy.
He's too like
You think too rugged? See, I thought he would have been a cool.
I think he'd be a better choice for Wolverine, the next Wolverine.
I want him to be Wolverine, obviously, but I thought either him or if you want to go suave, Tom Hiddleston, who played Loki.
I think he would be better because I have trouble seeing Bane and Venom and the Mad Max guy playing James Bond. You know?
I think Tom Hiddleston's Loki. I think he would be a great if you want to go back to the suave, which I think that's what they're
put on a little bit of muscle. I think though.
I think they're gonna give us the more go back to the suave looking James Bond with Richard Madden if it is actually Richard Madden, but he does have a James Bond feel to him. I will say that when he's in his suit.
How do you rank your Bonds?
Ooh.
Oh, I'll kind of start like right off the bat. Sean Connery. Then it goes Roger Moore.
That's fair.
Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig, then Timothy Dalton, and then the 3 that I don't even remember.
Mine would be the same. I'd probably put Brosnan over Roger Moore, and I don't know. Maybe he might be tied with Daniel Craig. I don't know. Daniel Craig. I'd have to rewatch all of his movies again because I never really was the biggest fan. I was like, oh, he's like the new one, whatever. But now I'm starting to get more warmed up towards his Bond after the last one I watched.
I need to get into the Bonds a little bit more.
But Sean Connery 100%.
Yeah, I think for me it's Brosnan, Craig, Connery.
You put him at 3rd. This is blasphemous.
Hold on. There was a Casino Royale done by David Nevin.
Yeah, I think there were 2 Casino Royales.
David Nevin did Casino Royale too.
Let me preface why I'm putting Connery 3rd. So the Brosnan movies. So I grew up with the Brosnan movies. I watched those movies all the time. I loved the Brosnan movies. The one with Halle Berry. Live to Die Another Day, or Die Another Day. I think was what it was. Great movie.
I will still watch Catwoman movie. I don't care.
That movie is awful.
Put it on
horrible, but I watch it for her.
I'm gonna fall out the window and be licked back to life by cats.
What was that one movie with Halle Berry and Hugh Jackman? That was a good movie. I don't remember what it was
Halle Berry
called.
and Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, there was one with both of them were in it. Not X-Men. Oh, maybe it was a comedy.
Real
Let me
quick,
look.
how hard are you guys going to shit yourselves if Hugh Jackman
It
comes
was-
back in Multiverse of Madness?
That'll be bad.
I'm gonna freak the fuck out if he comes back, dude.
He said the only way he'd come back is if he could be in the Avengers, but it's a little late. Oh, it was. I think the movie's called Swordfish.
It ain't late,
That
and
was with-
it's not late. It's not too late. He can be in the new Avengers easy if you
I
cross
think
worlds.
he can.
Easy.
I think if you do what like they explained in this, whoever's not seen it, close your ears. Have seen Spider-Man.
Yeah,
But how
mute
they
the
did
stream if you
Spider-Man
haven't seen it.
And pulled all of those villains out at a certain timeline. I think
See
he
him
can
just
pull
like-
Hugh Jackman out before he gets to be Logan. Where he
Yep. Old
gets
Man
pulled
Logan.
and-
Also
and
one of my
gets
top
to the
5
new
movies of all time.
timeline.
That'll be cool, but that would be pretty cool. He's just like, where the hell am I?
Here's the reason why I
He's
think
my favorite character.
here's why I think he needs to come back, and it needs to be permanent, like a split, like a cross of worlds. It needs to be permanent, and the reason what I mean by that is you've got a perfect Professor X. You can either use Sir or oh my God, am I seriously blanking on OG Professor X's name?
Make it so.
Patrick Sir
Yeah,
Patrick?
Patrick.
This is
What
great.
is his name? Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Ah. So you've got you
I
can.
almost said Patrick Hiddleston. Who the fuck is that tomato person?
I kept wanting to say Patrick Warburton. I'm like, no, that's Joe from Family Guy.
Hey, Peter. Oh, that was horrible. I'm laughing too much. I can't. Hey, Peter.
My thing is, you can use him. You can use James McAvoy from the younger cast. You've got to bring back Michael Fassbender. You've got the perfect cast for these characters. Just bring them back, and there's a few you can recast and say they're from another universe.
Different timeline.
Yeah.
Different timeline. It can happen. Like
Oh,
you can still bring the new Wolverine from whatever they want to do, but bring.
I don't
the
think
old
anyone could
Wolverine.
replace him, man.
My
It's not
thing
that
is,
they replace, it's just
irreplaceable.
here's
I don't think
this
anyone can
alternate
play the
universe.
character. I don't think anyone else could play him. I don't know. Like, who
See,
else
the-
could play Wolverine?
The problem I have is now that they have all of the characters, they should really reboot the mofo.
they
With
could.
They
Hugh
should
Jackman?
really rip it down. You don't have to do origin stories, but come in and redo the cinematic universe. Start from scratch. Incorporate X-Men into a Civil War. Incorporate those guys into what actually happened. Incorporate them into Thanos kicking his ass. You know?
So, I do think.
Ooh, Wolverine would fuck with Thanos.
So
bro.
I do think Scarlet Witch is going to be the villain in Multiverse of Madness. I think she's going to be the
I
villain.
think she. No. From what I see, no. I think it's gonna make you think she is, and then they're gonna.
Really? Because I want them to. Because I have a feeling they're doing the House of M. Like that's where that's.
So there's another guy that I watch other than Star Wars Theory. It's Emergency Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He went through this. He said that they're not, from all the reports he read, they're not doing that.
Damn.
It's
Okay.
it's more of a variant of Doctor Strange.
Mhm.
That's why you see multiple Doctor Stranges in the
Yeah.
in the clips.
And that we're probably going to see Tom Cruise come in to play Iron Man. And
I don't want to just barf.
well, he
I don't
almost
want
got
that.
casted, and he's gonna. But so here's the thing. So from what I've been
He's-
reading, he's going to be
He looks the part. That's it.
he's going to be
Barely.
a rugged, darker veteran Iron Man.
He's gonna be a
Because
shell of Iron Man.
There-
He'll
well,
be the
yeah.
Iron Man suit.
So from what I'm
like,
hearing,
in human form.
From what I'm hearing, he's the Iron Man. He's an Iron Man variant that successfully instituted the Ultron program, a suit of armor around the world, and he controls all these Ultron bots. So he's darker and kind of more evil, but he's in the Illuminati,
Illuminati.
and they're bringing
Oh,
the
your bot.
Illuminati in, and the Illuminati is Charles Xavier, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and that's the Doctor Strange that we saw the concept art for, the Ultimate Strange or whatever they're calling him. Defender Strange.
just
Defender
bring
Strange.
back Robert Downey
Defender
Jr.
Strange,
Have
that's
him-
what he was saying.
They should
Defender
just bring
Strange.
back, like, it's like he doesn't really have to do anything super physical. Just be Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
They should just bring him back.
I do think they're going to bring him back because I do think he's going to be the AI for Riri Williams in Ironheart.
Okay.
Because in the comics, he's her AI, like Jarvis was for him. And I think that's just brilliant. I think his
gonna make me sad though, because he won't be real.
His consciousness in her helmet, giving her shit all the time, is going to be awesome. I think that would be hysterical.
Honestly, I would not mind a rescue. Isn't Pepper Potts
go back in time
armor thing
rescue?
Called rescue.
Yep.
Rescue, something like that.
Yeah, I think she's just called Rescue.
Like to see like something happen with her.
Yeah.
Stepping in for Iron Man when they need an Iron Man, because the thing that I think they glossed over because they don't have time for it in Spider-Man was what's going on with Stark Industries. Why did they go and try to inventory all of Stark's tech? They shouldn't even have that privilege if everything's still the same.
Yeah. So just because this thought literally just popped into my head, back on the Wolverine thing real fast. The only other actor out there I think that could come close to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
I think he's the
but
only
it
one
still
who
won't
could
be anywhere near.
No,
the same.
it wouldn't be close. But he's the only person who could make people think it's a close Wolverine to Hugh Jackman. I think because the rumor is we are going to be getting an MCU Hulk movie. And they're going to adapt World War Hulk. I need Hugh Jackman's Wolverine to come over into the MCU because I think he's the only Wolverine, the only actor who I could actually believe his Wolverine could beat the Hulk.
Oh, 100%. Well, yeah. Well, can Tom Hardy even get as shredded like Hugh Jackman? I don't think he. I don't know.
Have you seen him in Warrior?
Warrior?
Look up Tom Hardy.
I know he could get really big, like in Bane.
Look up Tom Hardy
from
from Warrior.
Shredded like that?
So I just googled, right? Who could play a Wolverine in the new MCU?
Well, actually,
First,
maybe.
number 1, Tom Hardy. This is and 2. It's gonna throw you. I say 16 was Tom Hardy. 15 was Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, I see that all the time.
What? Who made that?
Him as?
No, not even a little bit.
It'd be like cast like if Deadpool showed up, he'd be like cast a spell, Harry, as he walked by him or something.
He's like a twig, bro.
Brad Pitt's too old.
Yeah,
we can throw him out.
I'm looking at these pics of Tom Hardy. He looks pretty jacked, but he's not vascular. He's not vascular enough.
He's not Wolverine jacked like Hugh Jackman.
He needs the veins popping up.
The other name I've been hearing a lot of that apparently was talking to Marvel about being Wolverine was Taron Egerton from Kingsman.
He could.
I mean, he'd have to really
He's got
get
the look,
into
but he'd have to
the
bulk
gym.
up. He'd have to bulk up. But if you want to go,
Justin Trudeau?
I don't know.
Wait, but I don't see like he's got. Can he have like that voice though? He needs like. Because like if you look at Wolverine in the comics, like he's got like a cigar in his mouth. He's like, you know.
I don't think
he's like this.
And he's
he's
what?
like,
And he's 5'2".
Yeah, I mean, and Hugh Jackman's like 6'3".
Joel Edgerton is another name I've heard. He could pull off the look, but he's got. Can he get huge though? Because Wolverine's 5'2", 300 pounds because he's so muscular.
Well, I mean, to be honest, is Hugh Jackman 5?
Oh no,
300
no.
pounds?
He's ripped. The only problem with Hugh Jackman was as Wolverine was his height, because the best part about Wolverine is how small he is.
See, John Bernthal, the guy that played Punisher.
Ooh, yeah.
I want him to be Punisher in the MCU.
Oh, he will be.
I don't want him to be anybody else.
He's gonna be the Punisher, 100%.
I mean, we've got most of the Defenders
from the
TV shows coming into the MCU, which is fine by me. Charlie.
We could have Terry Crews play Wolverine.
From,
Charlie Hunnam.
Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy.
Yep.
That's possible. He'd have to bulk up too.
He'd have to bulk up. The problem is a lot of these actors they'd have to bulk up.
This one says Daphne Queen could be Wolverine.
So
or Daphne Keene, the girl that played the Weapon 11.
They're saying
Momoa?
Jason Momoa's Wolverine. Well, he'd have to cut his hair.
Yeah.
And rock the chops. He actually, I think he could pull it off the most out of all of them, honestly.
Andrew Lincoln.
I could
Rick
see
Grimes?
Jason Momoa. Honestly, Jason Momoa over Tom Hardy. I think he would. Well, I think he could pull it off.
I want
He
Andrew Lincoln.
looks the closest like him.
Yeah.
Except he's just as tall. He might be even taller than Hugh Jackman.
I want Andrew Lincoln to play Mr. Fantastic.
That would work.
I still
Dave
don't.
Bautista.
Well, see, this list is kind of dumb. Joaquin Phoenix is too old.
Yes.
Because you're gonna want a younger.
He could
You know,
look the part. He looks
mid-30s,
like Beast,
late
honestly.
20s
I'd
kinda
see him
guy.
as Beast. He could play Beast.
Oscar
Joaquin
Isaac.
Phoenix.
He could actually act his way into it.
Oscar Isaac's playing Moon Knight.
Yeah, but
Can he get Jack though? Oh wait, one of the guys who was in Eternals. He's like the what's his
Ian.
name? What's his name?
And they said Keanu Reeves.
No,
Keanu could
what-
be anything.
The guy
But
who played the Bollywood person in
Oh,
Eternals.
Kumail Nanjiani.
What's his
Yeah,
Camille?
but John-
He actually looked like he had pulled off the physique.
Yo,
man.
he got jacked.
He's Indian
Jack.
Wolverine, bro.
Yo, so
Indian Wolverine.
No, so Liam, John Krasinski has not been confirmed. They haven't said anything about the Fantastic Four, and it's supposed to end Phase 4. So we don't know who's playing who. We have no answers yet. So we don't know anything about the Fantastic Four. I know apparently Norman Reedus, who played Daryl from The Walking Dead, is playing Ghost Rider, I think.
This one list said honorable mention Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Man.
Yeah, but a lot of the same guys. I'm going.
Ooh,
from
what
list to
about
list.
Christian Bale?
No.
Too old. He's getting too old.
Oh, he is pretty old.
And
Well,
he's-
is he, how
yeah,
much
yeah.
older than he is? How much older is he than Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman doesn't look his age, though.
Yeah, well, Christian Bale doesn't look that old.
Christian Bale's also playing Gore the God Butcher in the new Thor movie, though.
Who the hell is that?
You know,
Gore the
this
God
is a
Butcher?
recent picture.
Gore the God Butcher is Gore the God Butcher. He kills,
know who
he
that
butchers gods.
Okay.
So
Yeah, he's in a white suit.
you know
Yeah.
the
Christian Bale
Celestials,
doesn't look
right?
that old.
You know-
I mean, he just played like a real old fat geezer recently.
You know
but,
the Celestials, right?
Like,
Dink? The Celestials from Eternals.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, those big motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Those big
Gore,
motherfuckers,
Gore
yeah.
the God Butcher. His sword, the Necro Blade, actually beheaded a Celestial.
Oh.
Yeah, so Gore the God
Really?
Butcher is a God Butcher, and
Oh,
there's
the Celestials were so cool. In
the
this.
rumor is that we are getting Hercules will also be in the new Thor, and Russell
That should be
Crowe
played by The Rock.
and Russell Crowe is playing Zeus.
Oh, I like that.
Because
The actual
current,
Norse gods.
but
Those are the Greek gods.
The Greek gods, sorry.
I love mythology.
no. Liam, he did not say Oscorp is gone. He said Oscorp doesn't exist. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist yet.
It doesn't exist. I don't think it exists yet in the MCU.
Isn't
But-
Walton Goggins the Norman Osborn in the MCU, like the main MCU timeline?
There is no Norman yet.
I could have sworn they made a reference because like didn't he buy like the Avengers building?
No, we don't know who bought it yet.
Fantastic Four bought the Avengers building.
It's either Fantastic Four, it's either Kingpin, or it's Norman Osborn.
Well, all right, spoiler alert, if you have not watched the Hawkeye series, Kingpin actually is a interesting play there.
Yep.
Because he might actually own the company that gives the Fantastic Four the money to go and get
True.
superfied.
So what do you mean there isn't, Liam? You're saying there isn't an Oscorp?
Oh, I think he was talking about what I said.
Oh,
Yeah, there isn't an Oscorp in the MCU, right?
we just don't have an Oscorp yet. That doesn't mean Norman Osborn can't. My thing is Oscorp could rise from the ashes with Tony being gone.
Yes.
Because in what we didn't get with the old Spider-Man movies, there was no Stark tech. There was no Hammer tech. Well, now there's all these new conglomerates and all these new businesses that can challenge Norman Osborn, and I do think the Norman Osborn we're going to get is going to be a younger Norman Osborn.
What'd be cool is if Norman Osborn takes over Hammertech.
That would be really cool. I want, and I think we would end up seeing, we'll end up seeing an Oscorp in Armor Wars. I bet the Armor Wars TV show. That's my guess. Because that's going to be where everyone, after the death of Tony and the collapse of Stark Tech, in a way, with all the stuff that happened in No Way Home, Stark being revealed as this, they had a tie into illegal vigilantism. I think there's going to be all these battling businesses, and Rhodey's going to be at the center of it, and I think Armor Wars could actually be nuts. And I do think there will be an Oscorp, and I have 2 actors I want to play Norman Osborn.
Who?
Matthew McConaughey is actually one I've heard rumored.
Too old.
But he's not older than Willem Dafoe.
He's not, but from what I'm hearing is they do want to go younger. Like,
what does he look like? 40, 50?
I think they want to go 30-year-old.
He can pull it off, maybe.
Which would mean you wouldn't hear anything about a Harry Osborn when he says my son in the movie, because Harry Osborn would be, what, 15, 16? Would be the same age as Peter, so you probably wouldn't know much. But my other choice was I really want Johnny Depp. I would love a Johnny Depp playing Norman Osborn.
He looks even older than Matthew McConaughey.
He does, but he can look young.
He can.
I have a picture. I want Johnny Depp and Timothée Chalamet to play Norman and Harry.
That's perfect.
That's my choice. I don't think that's obviously going to happen. I just think
they need to put him in everything. Put him in everything, man.
A fun story would be Timothée Chalamet being Harry Osborn, and Harry Osborn and MJ developing kind of a little romance because of their little thing they have in Dune. That'd be fun. But I don't know. I don't think
that movie was boring. Hot take.
Yeah, hot take. That was a great movie.
Is the second half supposed to come out later?
23, I think, is when it's supposed to come out. They're filming it right now.
I was thrown off. I'm like, wait, is that?
Yeah, it's like, where's the movie? It was like 3 hours of setting up for nothing.
It was the first half of the book.
Yeah,
Yeah, they said that they're following the book more closely than the original movie did.
Yes.
So
that's
why I'm not completely thrown out.
The first 2 movies are going to be the first book. Movie part 1 and then part 2 is going to be all of book 1. And from what I've heard, he wants to do like 6 movies. So I think he's splitting up the next 3 books also in some way. But yeah, he's splitting the first book into 2 movies.
So that original movie was just 1 book?
Yes, it was just the first book all thrown into 1 movie. So
it was a long ass movie for like nothing happening.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of story. And my wife's grandpa, my grandpa by marriage, he, like, my mother-in-law is with James Bond. He is just invested in. He has every single Dune book. He has all the TV shows on DVD. He has all the movies that are out on DVD. And he went and saw the new one, and he goes, "Yep, that's just the first half of the book. The entire setup in that first book is where that movie ended. Once that setup ended, the back half of that first book is when shit starts to go crazy." And he's like, and that's what the next movie is going to be. He's like, that next movie is going to be crazy cool.
When what they were saying was George Lucas wrote the Sand People as an homage to the Dune books.
Yep.
Like, the Sand People were based off of what he wrote in those books.
Tatooine is basically
yeah.
What's the planet's name? Arrakis. So it's.
I want to see more Dave Bautista. I think the second one is going to be awesome.
Oh yeah.
I just if you don't know, if you forget about the fact that there's something coming after and you just look at the movie by itself, it's pretty boring. It's like all exposition, setting things up for nothing.
George Lucas literally called it the Dune Sea on Tatooine.
Yeah, that's true, the Dune Sea.
It was a great movie. I loved it.
kind of agree with the fact that it can be slow depending on your take on it, but I was just enthralled because you had actors like Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
had
it was
Thanos,
the acting was
had,
great. The music was great too.
You know, you had
Oscar Isaacs,
MJ in it. Oscar Isaac. Yeah,
Stellan
like,
Skarsgård.
I was just
Oh, yeah,
enamored with
that was
their
great.
acting, and I didn't really fall into the trap of like, wow, this is taking forever. I just fell into like, okay, where are they going with this?
Yeah.
Comparative to the other one, which I saw like 2 days before that, because I wanted to brush up on it.
Yep.
I mean, if I watched it again, I probably would end up saying, I'm like, wow, they're really taking a long time for this.
It was
But
the most
the
visually
fact that
stunning.
the actors in it and how they comparative to the crappy one from the 80s and 70s, like that one was just
yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you there. I agree with all that. I wish more like substance, like of something happened. Like all that happened. Like what happened? They like traveled a little bit and talked about shit, and then at the end, a couple people died. But like it's like the story's like just beginning now. Like they're about to go on a journey through a desert or some crap. Like it took 3 hours to get to that point. I feel like they could have either thrown in some stuff, maybe some action, maybe like a little bit more action, or I don't know, something.
Yeah, and all the action.
I want to shoot him up or whatever, but like it's like
all the
something.
action is at the end. Is in the end of that book.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna
like,
be a long.
But I wish
build.
they did something, bro.
Oh yeah, it'll be a long build. It's what it was. It was it's the to me, it's the Batman Begins.
But Batman Begins, shit actually happens in Batman Begins.
In a way, but it's also
like,
just
there's like an actual
story.
Like Ra's al Ghul, and there's like a
story.
There's a beginning, middle, end. There's a climax. You know.
There's 100%
No, they only
a story.
really blew up Ra's al Ghul.
Good, Pimp. How you doing?
Building. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, but there was a lot of there was shit. You weren't like sitting there like in place, like listening to the droning music, which was great. I fucking loved the music, but it was like I felt like we were like not like it just didn't feel like anything happened in the movie.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Oh, I was invested in this. I was invested in what was actually going on because I was stooped in what I watched a couple days before that. I was paying attention to the differences, to the nuances of how they wrote this one compared to the other one.
Yeah.
And I really didn't pick up on that. I'm pretty sure I will if I continue to watch it over and over again, but like I didn't really think that going through it. Like I'm more of like what's the underlining what are they talking about underlining and understanding the old movie comparative to this.
Yeah.
It makes me want to get the audiobooks and have them play at work. You know?
That's what my wife's doing. She's listening to the audiobooks.
I still have to get through all of the Star Wars ones before
the first thing we did, I will say this, the first thing we did when we left that movie, we walked out in the movie theater we were at, there was a Barnes & Noble right next door. Her and I looked at each other and we went, you want to go buy the first book? So we went and bought we went over and bought the first book. And I honestly, I didn't even realize what time it was. We've gone over. What we planned. It was good chatting. I'm going to end my thoughts on this. One of my favorite movies I've ever seen. We're talking about Dune, which was directed by Denis Villeneuve. If you guys have not seen Arrival.
Nope, not yet.
Dink, have you seen Arrival?
I don't think so.
God, if you guys want your brains fucked with, watch Arrival. That movie is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. And it is a movie that, up until the last 5 minutes of that movie, I had no fucking clue what they were doing. I had no idea where it was going. I could not guess the end. I watched it with my dad, who 95% of the time will get the end. We'll figure out the end of a movie before it happens. Couldn't figure it out. He could not figure it out. So, it's a great movie. And Denis Villeneuve, he did Dune, he did the new Blade Runner, and he did Arrival. So
I haven't seen the new Blade Runner yet either.
I haven't either. It's good. The first Blade Runner bored the hell out of me.
Because there's a lot of underlining context
I haven't seen any
there
of them.
on how it was mirroring society and all that bullshit.
Yeah. It was just it was a long, slow build. I enjoyed it because of Harrison Ford, but that was it.
Yeah.
But, all right. Dinky, thank you for the shout out for Coach.
That's right, biatch.
The best podcast ever. Let's go.
Let's go. First episode and we're already getting it. Love it. So
This episode, we've only really talked about like one or two things. We didn't even get into the list.
I told
Like,
you.
how flat is your face? Like,
yeah,
that was like important. I thought that was gonna be the first episode.
Oh,
Like,
well,
I
we got
didn't
like a whole month. Yeah, we got 4 weeks in every month.
I didn't even
we can get to that.
I wanted to talk about Spider-Man No Way Home a little bit more. I wanted us to get into episode 8.
Lots
man.
more to discuss, folks.
I wanted us to talk.
We've got like 2 nights of episode 8. Okay.
Woo! I wanted us to talk about episode 8 so
a
bad.
2-parter.
Man, oh man. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here. Those of you that are here and actually contributed in the chat, because it was actually a lot more successful than Liam, Coach ban Liam. It was actually a lot more successful than I thought it was going to be. Oh, thank you.
Shovel face.
All right, unban him. He learned his lesson.
Shovel face. Oh
we love you guys.
His face doesn't like how. Look at how this is like evolved. Like this is a human being's face right here, and we just compared that to a shovel. Like think about that.
Or is it as flat as this?
What?
I think it looks like a shovel. But God, fuck you guys. I speak for all of us, and I love you guys. Thank you all so much for being here, guys. We will be doing this every Wednesday at 7 p.m. CST, the only time that matters.
No.
7 p.m.
East Coast
CST
bias here.
and 8 p.m.
No bias,
EST, guys.
it's just factual information.
And so that's going to be every Wednesday. We're going to do that. We'll probably have, I think, if I remember correctly, there's going to be a special guest next week.
Possible.
I can't remember.
That's possible.
I can't remember.
TBD.
TBD.
Couldn't do next week.
Yes.
TBD.
What was that, Coach?
I thought he couldn't do it next week.
I thought he said he couldn't do it this week. I thought he said he was good next week, but we'll figure it out. TBD. If not, that's fine. You'll still get us 3 Yahoos. But yes, say hi to YouTube, guys. This is gonna go. If you guys are watching on YouTube, if you guys are listening to the Spotify podcast that we'll have up, you guys can find me at twitch.tv/RevanX42. Dink, want to plug your Twitch?
Yep, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Fucker's
at
got a
12
schedule
p.m.
plugged in here, man.
Twitch.tv/Dinkalicious. Hypest Chill Vibe stream on Twitch. Be there, be square.
Yes, Coach.
Like Rebens knows.
But if you'd like to see us boomers that only like Star Wars from Star Wars in general and everything from the 80s and 90s, come see me, Coach Vader 32 on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, your mama, his mama, his sister's mama, and his
Everybody in the
everybody. All right. So I stream
in the washing machine.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays. Come and check me out.
My official schedule is also TBD, but as of right now, what we're looking at is Tuesdays, Thursdays, official streaming, gaming, just chatting. Wednesdays will be Wednesdays will be the podcast with these Yahoos, and then every other Friday, Saturday, because of my stupid work schedule. So, but I'm gonna get that all nailed down since this is my second week back streaming. So we'll get that all nailed down. But yeah.
Say goodbye to Chewy. Bye, Chewy.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you. Love you guys. Oh yeah. Yeah. Who we raiding?
I see. Do you need suggestions?
That's
Because there are numerous people.
I forgot we were gonna raid. I was gonna pull this up and holy shit.
Blinksy. There's a Blinks. There's a Chadzu. See.
Chadzu's playing Star Citizen.
Yeah, he got the developer in there the other night, supposedly.
Ooh. We got Homie. Oh, shit. Yeah, we have a lot of people. Holy cow.
I think Blinks is doing a tier list today.
Your ASMR chick's online right now.
Mine?
The one that came into your chat?
Oh! Oh,
Wait,
look,
really?
Lena
Oh,
Love.
no.
Lena Love.
I've never been in this person's stream. That'd be such a waste of a raid, though. Or maybe, what do you think she'll actually pay attention to
No,
it?
no, I'm just
Got,
saying,
like,
I saw her and I'm
230
like,
people in here. That's like great. Yo, Liam's gonna have too much
What the
fun in
fuck?
there. I don't know if we should.
Serap's got 315.
All right, we're gonna raid Blinks,
Oh my
guys.
god, the whispering. Okay, yeah, I don't think we should raid her. Oh my, you hear what she's saying? Oh my god, I'm so terrible. Some shit like that right now. I'm not even joking. I'm like copying word for word right now.
Oh yeah.
It's just straight up audio
Well,
pornography right here.
you know the general homies which are part of the Spoon Brigade, which are Homie, Blinksy.
Chadzu?
Yeah,
We could probably throw Chadzu in the spoonies.
Spoon it up, baby.
Guys,
That Chad Spoon.
get in.
Oh, yes, that's brilliant. Chad Spoon.
Chad Spoon. Get in on
Chad
this raid,
Spoon.
guys. We're gonna go raid Blinks the Genie, another one of the spoons.
Doing a tier list.
They're doing a tier list. Yeah, they were actually, yeah. I don't want to spoil anything that might be a future thing for the podcast. So, we love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And we will see you guys next
Except for you,
Wednesday for this podcast at 7 p.m. CST, 8 p.m. EST.
Spam your emotes, baby.
Spam all the emotes you got. I don't care
Rate
which
that
one.
bitches.
All
of them.
All the animated emotes you have that aren't coaches, because he doesn't have them.
Suck it, Rabbit.
All right. Love you guys. And show Blink some love, all right? Bye.
Bye-bye.